Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Bomb Squad! There's only one Deontay Wilder!
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punches? When I was hitting him with body punches, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Beyonce Productions.
Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Shannon the champ. With the fake champ. Vitaly Vladimir Klitschko. BoxingVoice.com.
I'm gonna treat him like he's a C+ fighter. I'm gonna dominate, I'm gonna dog this fighter.
I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was handsome. He was a paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure. He can box.
Good morning, TBV. Wake the fuck up. Damn, don't that intro get you bumming? I mean, like, I'm in the mood right now. It's like Fight Club. Mike, wake up, man. Snap out of it. Why this dude? Yo, we got to make sure Mike gets no more. What is it that they doing in the Midwest, South, the codeine? What you over there, Mike? You always dozing off, man. Head always down. We got to get him another laptop because he likes to blame. I'm looking at my phone. I'm getting ready, man. I'm prepared. Yeah, see, look, always got the phone in the hand. But good morning to all, man. It's not that great of a morning over here. It's real gloomy. You look out the window, it looks like it could rain or snow at any moment. Yeah, man. Mike, I woke up and there was a Toyota Corolla in my driveway. Just blocking my driveway. Like, shorty got to get to work. And this dude just parked in my driveway. I'm like, that shit ruined the morning right there. It's just ruined the morning right there. You know what I mean? You can't do what you got to do. But definitely.
Find the dropper?
Oh, I ain't find a dropper. I ain't find a driver, man. I just did a little clippy, man. I went to work, man. I did a little barbershop conversations on his ass, man. Got me a little, Spanish people like to call it a pinza, right? But I guess it's some sort of wire cutters. They're heavy duty, so you can cut like coax cable, extension cord, that just one little scissor clip. You know what I mean? Nice Craftsman pair too. They don't even, Sears had a business, I think. Nice Craftsman pair. Just back tire, Dunsky. You know what I'm saying? Go fix that. Don't look. I pay $9,300 in taxes, bro. They raping me in this little fucking town. So I want everything that comes to me. They made me fix my sidewalk. That's mine too, nigga. Don't you drop nothing on my sidewalk. It had a crack, Mike. They like, yo, you got to. I'm like, what? Ain't that yours? Nah. That's yours. You got to fix that. I'm like, whoa. Okay. So yeah, man, you park in my driveway. Bam. But yeah, man. We kind of reported on this on Sunday's show. We knew that this was inevitable, but. New news from Dan Rayfield over on ESPN. He spoke to Bob Arum, and Bob Arum said that there will definitely be a official press conference announcement in December, right? If I got that correctly, it's December, right, Mike? I mean, Dan, I've been talking. Let me give him his proper introduction.
I speak it Believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
With the scam, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss, 2 to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
BoxingWinners.com.
Yo, what up? Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. And yeah, man, it looks like all fingers are pointing towards February. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and I think we got some more belts on the line too, you know what I'm saying, going into that fight. But we'll break it down, get into it, and tell you what the Godfather had to say.
You know, how do you feel about that whole belt on the line thing? Like, now the Ring magazine is on the line. And the first fight, like, it was the lineal on the line. Like, they're definitely finding a way to make it bigger. But for Wilder, if he could get the win, I mean, look, it'll look good, but there's no mandatory on the ring. It's like a franchise title. It's just like an award, you know. There's no mandatory. There's no defending. You could only lose it, but you get to keep it for your mantle. So yeah, I don't know.
Going back to what you were saying, Bob Arum said they will try to do a press conference before Christmas time. So sometime in December, the sooner the better, because you can get more promotion started and more people aware of it. I think doing a press conference in December is smart, and I would like to see maybe a 2-city press tour, maybe hit Vegas and New York, or Vegas and New York.
Don't hold your breath, Mike. Remember, I had him on the show, and when we asked why Crawford hasn't gotten a fucking press conference, he said, we done data, we have analytics, we know that doing a press conference doesn't translate into pay-per-views or ticket sales. So I don't know that they will pull all the stops. I think they'll do the typical LA, New York, because they have to.
In one UK? You got to do a UK, right?
I don't know. I mean, Fury's been very open in this whole and that was another show. I'll let someone else run with it. But, you know, on an interview I seen, he's got 3 fights left. He said, I don't care who I fight. I got 3 left. I'm not fighting in the UK till these 3 are done. So
on the ESPN deal?
Well, he ain't got no other deal that I got to be that deal.
I was thinking like about him like retiring. Like I thought.
No. He talking about his deal because he was specific in not being able to fight AJ until those 3 more fights that are left. So it was a 5-fight deal. And remember, this particular fight, for all our listeners out there, this is a rematch clause. I don't know if it's both ways, but it sounds like it's both ways.
It's both ways.
That's crazy. How do you give a dude with no title a both-way rematch?
Oh no, the reason why I say it's both ways because we had Wilder on the show, and it was like after I beat Fury this next time, I don't think that he's going to want a rematch, even though that he has a rematch clause in his contract. So I think Bob Arum has stated that. I think Wilder has too. So we'll see how that plays out because I don't know if Wilder goes out there and knocks him out. If you're Fury, do you take a immediate rematch? If you're Bob Arum, you probably want to push for a immediate rematch so you can possibly get some more money before Fury is like said and done.
You don't think the probability of Wilder knocking out Fury is a lot lower?
A lot lower than what?
A lot lower than the first time.
Yeah.
What? Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh, he lasted to the 12th. He didn't get knocked out, first of all, and he got up twice. I think the betting lines are going to show that. I mean, I definitely know they're going to show that. I'm going to pull them up to see where they're at. But, yeah.
I'll go get the betting lines. The reason I say that I don't think it's going to be hard for like Wilder to knock him out this time. Wilder realized what he done. I say this over and over. He realized what he done in the fight wrong. He realized that he was overshooting the right hand a lot. He realized that Fury is a damn good boxer, but we all know that his chin can't hold up, and he's going. And I think the best thing for Wilder was that first Fury fight. I think like since that fight, we've seen Wilder more focused, going back to the basics. His 1-2 had looked a lot crisper. I just think that it's just a matter of time before he lands that right hand, and that guy's not able to get back up. I just think he's crispier than he was, but has looked crispier in his last two fights than he did in that Fury fight.
But none of those guys are Fury style, man. None of them.
Okay. And that's a plus for Wilder. Like if it's not or Ortiz style, you ain't got to worry about a big punch coming back or a big puncher or somebody staying in that mid range and like trying to counter you. Fury's gonna dance and move around the ring and use his boxing ability and use his feet.
Yeah, which means now Wilder has to step up his skill, show it, learn how to cut the ring off. I'm not saying that he doesn't know, but have we ever really had to see him do it other than the Fury fight, which he didn't do a good job of it? So he's got to cut the ring off and close in on Fury, which was what he had hella difficulty doing.
I agree, and that's why I feel like he knows what he has to do, realize the mistakes that he made, and he has going back to the basics. I think the best thing to happen for him was that Fury draw. He realized that this guy, it may be my kryptonite, so I got to come in this next fight as best as I can, and I feel like he will.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of that seems to be wishing. Based off his two fights since Fury, his style hasn't really changed. Has he gotten technically better? The right hand looked more perfect, picture perfect? Absolutely. But he's still been behind on all his fights. Like, obviously not the Dominic Brazil. Nothing to be behind on that. You know what I'm saying? But it still was shades of Gerald Washington. You know what I mean? Like being down on the scorecards. It was still shades of the Fury fight, being down on the scorecards. And also, his flat-footedness. Like, yeah, we get it. He likes to be firmly planted because he's going to generate that one-punch power. But at the same time, that's allowing him to lose points and his opponents to stack up rounds. And I get it. Everyone who's a Wilder fan believes in his power as much as he does. But if you're a Wilder fan, you want him to have a plan B. You want him to, if you ain't knocking him out in the first round, at least you won that first round and that second round. Like Gennady would beat you to a pulp until he knocked you out. Wilder's like, all right, do what you want to do. You threw a punch, I blocked it, bang on my chest. It don't matter. I ain't get you this round. I'll get you though. I'll get you. Now we in the 11th round, champ. Your whole fan base is nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's a lot to risk.
And the man been risking it, man. The man been doing it, bro. Like, I don't know how many times we're going to sit here and do this, but this guy is not going out there trying to outbox anybody. He's not going out there trying to win rounds. He's not going out there trying to score points. He's not going out there to try to beat you on the fucking scorecards. He's going out there to try to knock your fucking head off. And that is what Wilder does. I understand being behind on a card, and maybe one day that shit might catch up with him. It just might. But until that day come, I ain't down this man no more, bro. I ain't saying that he'll go to the distance with Ortiz no more. I'm not saying that he might lose or might get outboxed by Fury. I believe in this guy right here, and I believe if he connects, nobody will stand up to it.
But Mike, even though that's what you believe, even though that's what you want to see, you have to agree, based on your first fight scorecard, that had he not done what I'm saying we want more of and we need more of because of this very same reason, he would have lost. Meaning if he didn't win one round without a knockdown, he would have lost. So I don't see how what I'm saying is wrong. We need you to win a round without a knockout or a knockdown because you never know when you're going to go to the cards and you got to do the math. In order to get a draw, he had to win a round in the knockdowns. Like, you got to win. You need some rounds in your bank. You need them.
Nothing you saying is wrong. Nothing I'm saying is wrong. We just have two different perspectives on Wilder's fighting style. And look, I totally agree. Like, winning rounds is great. Like, I'm not saying go out there and don't win no rounds at all. I'm not saying that at all because you won, in my opinion, you won a couple early rounds in the first Fury fight. But to go out there and be nervous or be overly critical because he's down 3 or 4 rounds. When we seen it over and over again, like against Ortiz in the first fight, against Fury in the first fight, against Ortiz in the second fight, against Gerald Washington, we seen him down on the cards more than one fight, and always found a way to either even it up or push yourself past them.
Bro, even though Wilder knocked out Dominic Breazeale and Luis Ortiz in the fashion that he did on Monday, BetOnline.ag released its first Wilder 2 odds, and he's opening up as a plus 105. Now, for me and you, that's great, and I know it. But you got to take your bias out of this particular part of the commentary. Yeah, you happy. Oh, I'm going to make some money because a $100 bet on Wilder makes you 105 plus your 100 back. But again, it goes to game plan. Where Fury's safe money. That's safe money at minus 125. That's safe. Huh. That's safe. Just saying. You got to bet 125 on Fury to earn 100.
You feel like Fury's the favorite going in? You feel like he's going to beat Wilder?
I don't feel like he's going to beat Wilder because I'm like you. Because I'm like you. I'm a Wilder fan, so I'm riding with the dude I believe in. But again, the betting lines ain't got it like this for no reason. We seen what we saw in the first fight. We can't act like Fury's not slicker. Wilder's going to have to come out there and show us that he can be slicker. Maybe doubling and tripling up the jab can kind of ruin some of that movement for Fury. Maybe up and down, facing in the stomach, keep him from moving. But he moves a lot, and it causes Wilder to miss a lot. And people score when you missing wildly.
All right, sounds good. I got a super chat from Joseph Rodriguez Garcia. He says, Mike, remember, Fury will make adjustments too. I was waiting for Ness to say something, but going out to T Bonafide. He says, TBV always working. Thanks for the content. Thanks for the super chat, T Bonafide. We appreciate it. And one coming from the real McCoy. Ness, how is it when the champ isn't hurt? How he lost a round, bro? It's the first of its kind, bro. Period.
What do you mean by that?
Ness, how is it when the champ isn't hurt? How he lost a round, bro? Dude, I don't know who we talking about. First fight with Fury or the first fight or the second fight with Ortiz? No, maybe we'll get a clear thing on it later on. But yeah, man, look, man. Fury's a good boxer, man. He's a good mover, all that to be said. But I just think there's something to be said for the certain skill set that Wilder has, and we've seen Wilder believe that he knocked out Fury the first time, and so that may even give him more confidence going in the second fight to push the action a little bit more and try to walk Fury down for a quicker a knockout. And we seen Fury realize that, oh shit, if I do get hit, I can't take this power. So he might be a little bit more cautious and fight a different manner than he did last time.
Listen, when they first fought, Wilder was a minus 170. He was the favorite. And they factored in Fury being out for 3 years. They factored in the level of opposition. And now it's different. When he first fought Wilder, He was a plus 140 underdog, bruh. I'm telling you. Now, again, remember, I bet the draw the first one. I knew the draw. I ain't bet nothing but the draw. I'm with you. But that's, I think, from a fan standpoint, where I want to believe my guy will make the adjustments. I want to believe my guy is going to go back and watch the tape, and they're going to do what's necessary. But that doesn't mean that the other team isn't doing the same thing. And let's be real, they got only 2 rounds to study. 9 and 12. Right? Those are the rounds where he got touched up the most.
Yeah, 9 and 12, and I think he busted his nose in round 3.
So, you know.
We got a super chat coming from the real McCoy. He says second fight with Ortiz. Okay. Now look, man. I know. Look, he wasn't hurt, but you gotta admit, Ortiz was going out there working the jab, even double up on the jab, shooting the left to the body. He was like, I didn't have Wilder up after 6 rounds. I had a 4-2 Ortiz. So even though he wasn't hurt, he was still a little behind on them cards, the real McCoy. But hey, man, everybody got their own opinion about it. You may have had Wilder up.
Yo, I think real McCoy and CYP the same person, because CYP saying Gerald Washington wasn't down, and Wilder wasn't down in the Gerald Washington fight.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, man.
Had it like 4-0 in that 5th round.
I just want y'all to go get y'all judging license, man, so then maybe the scorecards will be a little tighter.
If half these dudes get a judging license, boy, you talking about robberies in boxing. Oh, my God.
I'm saying.
Niggas getting robbed every week.
He said he wasn't down in the Gerald Washington fight.
That's crazy.
But
he still won. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Hopefully he'll call in and he'll let us know what he's talked. Well, his point or stance on that fight.
So to sum things up, how many cities you want to see and 3. How many you think you will see?
I want to see 3, but I only think we'll see 2. I think we'll see Vegas, and I think we'll see somewhere in the UK.
Whoa! You think you're getting a Vegas press conference?
I think Vegas is a site for the fight.
No, I know, but I've never seen a Vegas press. Not even Floyd has held the Las Vegas press conference. Really? I don't think. No. You normally do like L.A., New York, UK. You know, Floyd got sexy, went to Mexico City with Canelo. He went to like 10. It was supposed to be 11, and I think they did 10 or 9.
They did a 10-city press tour for Canelo and Mayweather?
Bruh, if you're going to fight Canelo, why wouldn't you stop at Texas?
True.
All right, so then why wouldn't you stop in L.A.?
True.
And why wouldn't you stop in New York if you Floyd?
True, and go Mexico.
Bruh, and the UK, like, they buying that. They buying that. Sky pay-per-view, whoever bought that definitely charged them, you know?
Must be nice having a private jet.
I mean, bruh, it worked out. They broke gate records and pay-per-view records. So it worked out. And you know, and I remember doing shows like, oh my God, this shit worked. I hope they do this every time now. They never done it again. I'm going to actually get to some callers, open up these phone lines and Google to see which cities they went to just announce them, because, man, they never done it again.
Real quick, we got David Arnold Jr. Do you see Fury's eye holding up in the second fight? That's a good question. I think Fury, like, I've seen him in a couple of interviews. He looks like his eyes coming along really, really, really well. I don't know how strong that healing process is going to be, but we'll see when it comes in February. But
you know what? I remember they went to Washington too, bro.
Washington State, Washington D.C.
D.C. They went
Chocolate
to D.C.
City. That ain't bad. Full smart Chocolate City. And the Ring magazine belt will be on the line. Like they said, it's more of a trinket. Like I'm saying, like when 1 and 2 fight each other, you can't really. I don't think you can win that belt or become mandatory for that belt. Let me say that, because you can win it in the ring, but you can't be mandatory. The only way you take it from the guy who has it is by beating him And I guess it's time for us to give a little props to Rain Magazine by putting this belt on the line. I thought maybe Andy and AJ could have possibly made a case for it, but Wilder and Fury, man, it just seems like it's the right place for it.
Oh, damn, bro. Why they can't do this again, bro? Look, they killed it. L.A., right? They did Nokia Plaza in L.A. Then they did Phoenix. You know, it's a heavy Mexican fan base in Phoenix. Then they went San Antonio. Heavy Mexican fan base. Houston. That's Floyd's urban fan base, right? Then you got Mexico City. Double back. They took them to Miami, right? That's both right there. Hispanics and African Americans, right? Then you got Atlanta. Took it straight for Floyd right there. Go to motherfucking Magic City, all that great shit. Fucking Chicago. Again, both. Grand Rapids, he took him to his hometown. Michigan. Then he went to D.C. Again, more, they just knew what they was doing. New York, bro, and that's it. But that's still, look, they produce numbers, man. Hopefully, look, Richard Schaefer was with them, Golden Boy, Al Heyman. It was a lot of people back then. This was 2013. But hopefully, some of those minds are still around and Wilder and Fury can do this, right? Because I'll give you more cities, right? We got the money to spend. We doing 2 networks, Mike. Let's fucking put the pressure on them, actually. We got 2 broadcasters. You motherfuckers could definitely give us more than the regular 2 and 3. At least give us 3 apiece. So for Fury, ESPN is in charge of doing 1 in the UK, 1 in Boston, 1 in New York. That's to build up Fury's Irish demographic or whatever, build them up. Wilder does, because they're already doing New York on Fury's dime. You do Washington and Atlanta, LA. End of story. We got 6 cities right there. And you're following the blueprint. Something we like to say on here so much. If Floyd gave you the blueprint and the data shows you, why not follow it? Am I missing any city that Wilder or Fury should go to on top of those 6?
I'm thinking about you said LA, you said Atlanta.
And DC.
I would like somewhere else, down south just to capture, all the fanfare that Wilder has down south. Fucking Floyd went back to his hometown, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Take Wilder back to Tuscaloosa, maybe even Birmingham or something like that. Like make it something big or something somewhere close to.
Is there a football game in Alabama that he can hold in that Alabama team? Like boom, right there, get in halftime and just announce his fight in the fucking field.
I mean, they need something to cheer about down there in Alabama. They just lost their quarterback and they lost to LSU earlier this year, so I don't think they'll be wanting to bring Wilder in for no press conference if they ain't winning. I'm not just being real. Nick Saban ain't that kind of coach. But yeah,
really
man,
quick, if you're watching this on YouTube, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. Take it a step farther. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and get a notification bell every time we go live, because we went live 3 times yesterday, and I hope you didn't miss any one of those episodes. But guess what? If you did, you can catch them on our iTunes podcast playlist. You can also find them on iHeart, TuneIn, Spotify, Stitcher, right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, and always at theboxingvoice.com. Mike?
Now, one thing that was brought to my attention, I believe when Vernon Forrest fought Shane Mosley, they fought in Indianapolis at the Circle City Classic, which is like one of the biggest what's the word? Historically black colleges. What's the word called black colleges? HBCU game, and I think it was a big turnout. So I think if they were able to do a press conference, which is not likely because that game happened like in the summertime, so it's not even feasible. But something like around a big black event or down in New Orleans at Essence Fest or like on the Gulf Coast at like one of those Black Beach Expos or something like that. I think that could help Wilder start him and really, really push him out there more into the black community.
All right. Well, any other factual information from the article we need to relay before we open up these phone lines officially?
No, man, just seems like we all systems are set for February.
22nd, February 22nd. How do you feel about that? February, big fight on February. Is that typical?
I feel excellent about it. It's my sister's birthday.
Damn, right on that day?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's one day prior to my me, whether it be like 6 years, 5 years. Yeah, it'd be 5 years in 2020 on February 23rd from my accident. So that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, right on part with me. I'll be doing a lot of thinking and a lot of celebrating around that time. So fits right on in with me.
Now, we were there for the first one. How do you feel? You think you need to be there for this one, or you just need to be around like minds for this one?
If it's in Vegas, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would definitely like to go to this one. Hopefully, I don't know if you got any contacts with BBC, but I heard Danny said they did like a radio row or something like that for the last Wilder fight or something like that, right?
Yes, they did.
So they're gonna have to start. They're gonna have to see us or something like that. They're gonna have to send us an invitation or something like that because for this fight, I believe they need all the promotion they can get, and they should take a page out.
I told you that they don't have that. They don't have the right. I don't think they have young people. They're not invested in the internet. They're invested in terrestrial television. Their money is being spent on advertising. Like, that's why we get calls of people saying, like, yo, I seen Wilder or such and such commercial on this and that. We're not seeing their. How many
Canelo commercials have we seen by Dazn? 3, 4, 5.
But that's my
still
point.
Invite people out.
But that's my point. That's my point. You talking about a company that has a young team pushing their marketing. So, yes, they're selling ads. They're buying ads on television because, remember, they're DAZN. They need you to know that they exist and that it's only on an app. But they're also very strong on the internet. It's vice versa for, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, for PBC, I think it's vice versa. They feel like we're on premium television and we are on terrestrial TV. We're going to invest in getting the people that just watch regular TV, not the people on the internet. Their marketing dollars, to me, seems to be spent more on TV and less on internet advertising.
That's probably
even based off their like, again, you see that DAZN is trying to reach a younger demographic, bringing in YouTube commentators, bringing in YouTube fights. They're marketing to a different demographic, and that's not what DAZN's. They still got fucking old dudes that sound like they belong on football games. You know what I mean? Well, Larry, what did you? They got Larry Hazard on the scorecard, bro. Like, how old is he? You know what I mean? They're not freshening up. They gotta freshen up. But they ain't doing that. Like you said, Danny told you they got Radio Row. They're in the fucking past, man. They're dinosaurs. Radio Row. Bro, Podcast Row. Do you know the statistics for podcasts is 1 in every 3 fucking human beings listen to a podcast? PBC. You get fucking Charlemagne's Donkey of the Day, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
It's like this, man. Have you ever taken those pills, the laxative pills? You know, the ones you take, you pop, and you wait for 20 minutes, you go to the toilet, and they go through you? Mm-hmm. I'm going to go through this, man.
It's a bit of a weird analogy.
Everybody knew exactly what I was talking about.
It's a classic
I'm going to go
analogy.
through this guy.
It's not a weird, and that's a classic analogy right there.
I just want PBC and like ESPN to know, like when we were in Vegas and Ness, and we were doing live stream, and Ness was doing his own live streams, like at the arena. People really tuned in, and people really gave those videos some great numbers. So, if you guys want to make this fight bigger and make it more aware to the boxing public, then you're gonna have to start thinking it outside the box. And Radio Row is a thing of the past. Invite some of these podcasters out. And just make this a real event. Like, if you ain't learned nothing from the Zone, they can show you a thing or two about promoting events and trying to make them big.
But again, the counter argument to that is that DAZN doesn't really release data unless they do well, which is same thing that Brian Custer's telling us about the Wilder fight. He says if them numbers ain't good, we ain't getting no numbers at all. So everyone, does what's in their best interests. But yeah, man, let's open it up, bro.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to Mastermind, Plainview, Texas.
BoxingVids.com.
Poloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
BoxingVids.com.
Yo, what up, TBV? Good morning, fellas. How are you this morning?
Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias.
What up, Joseph?
Out here in this 20-degree weather, man, I tell you, I'm pretty sure I live in Texas, but now I don't know. Yo, I'm excited that this fight is finally officially announced. I'm hoping it gets a good promotion. A lot of people seem to be excited. They say, it's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight since in the States since Lennox and Tyson, which would be great. I think this fight could very well has a good chance to do 1 million pay-per-view buys if it's promoted correctly. And at the end of the day, for me, it's a pick-em fight. It's a 50-50 fight because Fury, I think, has more wrinkles to his game. But Wilder, at the end of the day, has that ultimate equalizer, that one right hand that can shut it all down. So it's truly a toss-up, and it's just the beauty of the game. I'm glad they're getting the Ring Magazine belt in for it. I know the Ring Magazine don't really have sanctioning fees and things like that, but it's still some more hardware to give some leverage come negotiation time. And yeah, man, I'm just excited. The build-up for this fight the last time was great. It actually made me a fan of Fury as well. Obviously, I'm going to root for Wilder. He's American champion, but this is truly a pick-em fight, and I can't wait for it to get going, man. That's my call.
All right, Big Super Max, man. Thanks for calling in, Big Dog, and thank you for being on the show yesterday, too. We appreciate that.
All right. We got Boomerang in Baltimore. Troy.
Morning.
Troy.
Good morning. Good. I'm going to just echo some of what the last caller said. Fury he comes with more boxing skill, and Wilder has that punch, as we all know. But if a punch is all you're waiting on, which we saw in his last fight, what happens when you can't get that punch off, or the fighter's smart enough to stay out of reach of your punch, or just stay close to you where you can't use that reach to fire off that punch?
Yeah.
You just have...
I want a game plan because of that. That's why I want a plan B, Troy. That's what I was telling Mike this morning. Got to have a plan B.
Fury has proven that he could take his punch. Not just once, but
which
twice.
Is crazy, right? Because going into that first fight, we like, he got dropped by Steve Cunningham, a cruiserweight. Never did we think he could get up.
I had Wilder blowing him out, and because, I saw Fury, as most people did, as the biggest, safest name that he could fight. And I called in here and I said it was smoke and mirrors and all of that. And
but that's because you don't know about boxing, because you didn't know who Fury was, obviously.
Right. Just like you. Yeah, okay. We're not having that discussion. But anyway, like I was saying, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fan fight. And I look forward to it. But as far as it being the biggest heavyweight fight, that's the fight that's coming up in December. That's the biggest heavyweight fight because it has more importance.
All right.
It has more importance. Yeah. All right.
He can't go 1 minute and 30 seconds without finding a way to hate on Wilder. You seen that? As soon as it's called about to be over, well, as far as the most important fight, it's definitely not this one.
Absolutely, man. But that's Troy, man. He's consistent.
Nah, bruh. Something happened. Wilder did something to this dude, man. He must have bet the mortgage on this against Wilder one day. I'm telling you. We going out the Boomerang, CYP, LA. What up?
Man. I don't know why the hell y'all think I would super chat in and lie. For one, I don't lie. I don't need to lie to win no damn debate. I'm skilled at this. Gerald Washington was not up on the scorecard. Look it up. You're going to be wrong again like you always are. See, there's a secret to me. I don't actually care about being right. I actually fear being wrong. Y'all get that one day when you step in the debate.
But CYP, so you're telling me you want us to look at the official scorecards and go by that?
Yes, because you have a podcast where you're giving people information.
Why would we do that when we all seen? Why would we do that when we all see? That's why we score a fight, though. Don't we score every single fight live?
It don't matter, man. What you say, if there's documentation to go against it, what you say don't matter.
No,
it don't matter if you're saying that there's documentation.
You're right. You go off other people's scorecards.
Other people's? No, the official scorecard. Ain't no other people.
Yeah. The same people that we complain about. Adelaide Bird scorecard. You liked her official scorecard versus Mayweather. You liked her official scorecard versus Mayweather.
Charlo lost. I got to deal with that. I got to eat that. It was a draw. I got to eat that. Y'all have to eat it because Castillo lost. Y'all got to deal with it. Every race, every person, every group got to deal with it in some kind of way. Take it like a goddamn man. Stop lying to people. He's only been down in 2 scorecards out of 43 fights. 2 out of 43. 2. And y'all pushing that narrative. Well, he's been down most of his fights. No, he hasn't. 2 out of 43 ain't most. You stop lying. The man knows what he's doing.
Cut it.
Yeah, champ, man. We've been doing live fight chat since the existence of this show. Basically, we like our own scorecards. I didn't know you rock with Adelaide Bird and everyone else that gives horrible scorecards. If you're telling me you're going off official scorecards as some sort of concrete, I mean, I think week after week we're disgusted with certain cards. So that just doesn't make sense. But use your next call to debate it. We got Stainless in Detroit for the Boomerang.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what's good, baby?
Good morning, champ.
Yo, happy Wednesday to you. I'm gonna just let y'all have that because y'all can't talk about my champion like that. I was just telling who was that, CYP and Leo after the last show yesterday. Like I was a little under the influence at the Ortiz 2 fight. So you know what I'm saying. I went back and watched it, and I agree with everybody else now. I can't give Ortiz 3 or 4 of those rounds up on Wilder. I don't know about 5-1. That's a hard to call. But I saw what that dude was doing in that fight. And I'm telling y'all, like, for one, when has Wilder ever been up on the scorecards before he won the fight? And then 2, go back and watch that fight. That man is not only plotting and calculating, patient, but he is dangerous for Tyson Fury come their rematch. The man is 2-0 in his rematches. You know what I'm saying? Now he's starting to perfect his left hand and his check hook and his hook to the body. I'm saying he's throwing that more and more per fight, per round. So I think we really need to watch out for Fury. And as far as Troy talking about, he stood up to Wilder's power. In the 9th round, Wilder barely touched him and knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? And in the 12th round, the only reason Fury made it through was because after Wilder knocked him the fuck out, he woke him the fuck back up. So I can stop that.
Cut it.
Stainless, thanks for calling in. We're going out to
Alabama.
I'm on Joshua, come and see me, baby. No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
Boxingwiz.com.
Hey,
What up?
man. You know, folks been sending me messages saying where I've been. You know, why I ain't been on the Boxing Voice. Well, I'm here now. And y'all niggas be lying. That's all I'm saying, man. You know, you said that Wilder was down 4 against Jerry Washington. That is a lie. I'm just saying, how does every judge there, I know you saying we don't trust the judges, but every judge
Man,
gave
what is
Wilder
y'all
3 and
niggas
4.
doing, Javier? Man, come on, man. You can't come in with this bullshit, bro. Your first time back, my
Every
nigga.
judge gave Wilder 3 and
My
4,
nigga
nigga.
wasn't punching. He wasn't throwing the right hand on the jab.
What Jerry Washington bitch ass did?
He was throwing the jab at least.
He was wet. He wasn't doing a goddamn thing. You a liar. Anyways, nigga, let me get back to my point. And I think, you know what? Wilder do need to come to Alabama so we can set this nigga Fury straight. He ain't never had no Alabama niggas on his ass. So we gonna bring his ass to Alabama. He gonna have all these Alabama niggas on his ass, and he ain't gonna know how to handle it. You see, these UK niggas don't know how to handle the pressure for real. Look at AJ. You know, look at Fury. Shit, pressure was on him in the 12th round. All he had to do was goddamn just don't get hit. Guess what? The nigga got hit. Nigga was laying there sleepy. Now Jack Reese yelled in his ear to wake this nigga up like a goddamn mama in the morning for school. That's some bullshit. But you ain't waking up this time, big fella. Wilder got the fastest right hand in boxing. The fastest right hand. Set Ortiz up, threw the right hand right over top the left that Ortiz tried to parry. The nigga sleep. All I'm saying is niggas gonna go to sleep. We got the sleepy right. That's what I'm gonna call the right hand, the sleepy right, because niggas go to sleep when they touch them. So everybody would say Wilder down on scorecard. That's a damn lie. He ain't down on every scorecard. That's a lie.
Javier, we definitely miss you, but I gotta add Abel Sanchez to the call. He's in Monaco. Hopefully this works.
Why you do that, man? If you want to listen to some more of Javier, me and him did a live game chat last night for the Duke basketball game, big upset. So shout out to Javier for helping me out last night. We got Abel Sanchez on the line. He's in Monte Carlo. So is he training the Val Jane? Like, why is he down in Monte Carlo? Brackus. Is Brackus one of his trainers or fighters? I don't know. But big ups to Abel Sanchez, you know what I'm saying? He's a good trainer, you know what I'm saying? I think he, you know, ready?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have world-renowned trainer Abel Sanchez live from Monaco because he has Cecilia Baracus on Saturday night's card where we'll get to see some heavyweight action with Zhilei Zhang. So don't forget to tune in to Dazn on Saturday for that card live from Monaco. Abel, how are you and how's Monaco?
You know what? It was raining this morning, but it's a beautiful sunshiny day right now. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and very warm, so it's gorgeous.
So how's Cecilia Baracus looking?
She's looking very well. She's looking forward to Saturday night. We have a tough opponent in front of us, but that's what this is supposed to be when you're defending all your titles that she has.
How's it going, Mr. Sanchez? My name is Michael Gross. Now, I've been hearing some things about. I've been hearing some things about Cecilia and Clarissa Shields. Possibly, I know that Cecilia really doesn't want to move up to 147. I mean to 154 to fight Clarissa Shields. What are your thoughts on that fight if it was ever to happen? Do you think 154 is just a little bit too much for her?
Well, you know, I think that there's been a lot of talk on the Twitter from that side. I think that they need to contact the promoter, Tom Loeffler, and Showtime needs to get involved and make a legitimate offer and see what happens. You can't just talk on Twitter and expecting to get it done. I think they need to talk to the right people.
But isn't Cecilia with Dazn? She did sign a Dazn contract.
3-fight deal, yeah.
So it wouldn't be Showtime. Demetrius Salita would have to get Shields back on Dazn. She has fought there before. Now, her argument, I mean, I guess we want your opinion from the trainer's standpoint because Shields' argument is that is the essence of pound for pound, moving up. She's already moved down multiple divisions to make big fights. Why can't Cecilia Baracus meet her at 54 or something for the first time since she's never fought that high, and she's only, been a welterweight or a junior welterweight.
Yeah, I think because Cecilia's already had a glorious career with all the belts being undisputed champion that she has. I think that if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on her terms, and she doesn't need Clarissa needs her.
Really? You don't think that Clarissa? You think Clarissa needs Cecilia right now?
She's the one talking.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously Shields has accomplished more in a shorter amount of time. She's moved up, unified, undisputed. I mean, she's doing it in a short amount of fights. I think that's what makes this a super fight. You don't this is a super fight for your fighter.
No, absolutely. It's a fight that would benefit not only the sport of women's boxing, but Clarissa needs Cecilia. As I said, she's the one talking. Cecilia hasn't been the one mentioning that because she's already accomplished everything she's going to accomplish. To cover the rigging. It looks like original. It looks like a
okay, well, so. All right. I mean, look, I guess you're right. At 38, I guess it would be a bit of a struggle to move up. Maybe she won't be considered at her best if she moved up a full division at 38. Is that some of the concerns?
No, there's no concerns with it. It's like I said, it could be a lot of talking done. I think you need to get the powers that be that are with her that call Tom Loeffler that are fighting it out on Twitter like she's trying to do. I think that the reason Clarissa is talking is that she needs Cecilia. And Cecilia is willing to sit down and discuss all the things that need to be discussed, but it can't be done on Twitter. It has to be done in real. All that is just underdressing. All the stuff that's being said on Twitter that she's saying.
Well, Mike, do you have anything before we switch the subject? Mike?
I can't really hear him, yes.
Oh, yeah, you got a bit of a background noise there. Abel, is there any, are you on a Bluetooth or window open?
No, actually, we're driving right now to public workout.
Oh, well, that sounds a bit better there. Well, let's focus our attention. We're talking this morning the Wilder-Fury fight being official for February 22nd. As a trainer, I'd really like to get your thought on this fight. They're opening up, Wilder's opening up a plus 105, so he's the underdog, while Fury is a minus 125.
Late at night, the first time we were here, I see it as that. I think that the first fight was definitely won by Fury, in my opinion. But I think that the second fight is more on Wilder. Wilder should win that fight. I think that Wilder's will do what is necessary to be better, to be more prepared, more focused for the second one. And I don't think Fury can do anything to be different.
Well, Abel, let's reconnect. I'm gonna go ahead and reconnect at another time because the drive is making it unlistenable for the listeners that letting me know. But we will reschedule, hopefully before or after the fight.
Okay, if you give me about 10 minutes, I'll be in the gym.
That works. That works. Just text me back. All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A bit choppy, but we do apologize. I tried to do the best that we could with the situation to see if we could get some information on it. But obviously, you guys feel it's unutterable. So,
I was gonna say real quick. I was able to talk to Regis Prograis last night. We had a little conversation, trying to get him back on the show. You know what I'm saying? Sometime, hopefully before the end of this week. So be on the lookout for that.
All right. Let's get Stunner. Talk to me in Jersey.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
What up, Stunner?
All right. Look, it's still shout out TBV, but what I'm about to say, it's all fact, no cap. All right. For everybody listening, if you're interested in hearing news about Deontay Wilder, TBV is not the place you come to it for, because TBV constantly, on regular occasion, misreports information on Deontay Wilder. Oh, he lost these many rounds, this, that, and the third. This ain't the play. Yo, for everything that Wilder's done for your show, because I remember before Wilder started fucking with y'all and doing these interviews, you know what I'm saying? For everything he's done for this show, y'all still out here misreporting shit? Look, shout out to the LDBC for being unabashedly Wilder fans, not scared of all the backlash. Because I remember when y'all first started covering this Wilder, AJ, and all this shit, y'all dudes was fearless being Wilder fans, reporting all the facts. It wasn't until y'all started getting backlash from the UK and all this shit, y'all started to slowly switch it up. Like, listening to y'all talk about Wilder this show, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what I call, man.
I'm just glad my champion ain't as soft as you niggas. I swear to God, I'm glad my nigga ain't that soft. You know what I'm saying? Man, please, bring it out of here with that bullshit, bro.
Pat in Beantown.
Yeah, I'm working, yeah.
All right. Smart money.
Damn, didn't they call you the motherfucking Wilder voice for how many years?
I don't know. It's like he said, we ain't the Wilder voice no more.
Call you fucking Wilder.
What up?
TBV, what up?
What up, smart money?
Prime, you Americans are emotional, man. You said Wilder lost the round and everyone wants to cry. Fucking hell, man. But yeah. Yeah, let's get to the fight, though. For the Tyson Fury Wilder, I got Wilder winning this one. And just because I think Wilder's the improvement fighter, and I think Tyson Fury, that was the best he could have done in that first fight. I don't think he could do any better than that, to be honest. But yeah, man, you lot got some emotional Wilder fans, man. They're crying because you said you lost 2 rounds. Fuck, he still won the fight.
Man, my nigga lost or some shit, bro. I don't know what's going on. Niggas called it. No, he ain't lose no rounds, but he was up on the cards. Nigga, it's okay. He undefeated still.
Round, man, you can't win every round. But yeah, the Washington fight.
I'm just in shock. Like that they're that mad.
Game.
Smart money. Thanks for calling in. Let me see who we got here. We got Keem in Florida. Talk to me.
What up with Keem?
I ain't really got much to say. I appreciate you getting to me though.
All right. Let me see. We got Texas Plainview.
BoxingVoice.com.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo lo invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. ¡Viva México!
And like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around. BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what up?
What up?
What's going on, fellas? Good morning. I'm also excited and happy to see that this fight is announced because to me this fight determines the number one in the heavyweight division. And I know how big AJ Ruiz is, but really that's just a big factor to see if AJ can get his belts back or if Ruiz is the real deal and not a fluke champion like people like to say or assume. But to me, this Wilder Fury does determine the number one out of the heavyweights. You know, it was a good fight the first time. And not only do I want to see a new strategy for Deontay Wilder, I want to see a new strategy for Tyson Fury because I don't think he can, like Troy said, stand up to his punches. I think he was just strong enough to get up from the knockdowns. but you got to be able to make it to where you don't take those punches for Fury. But it's going to be a great, amazing fight come February, and I'm excited to see it, man. That's my call.
We got to do something, man. We got to beat it. Whole TBV family.
What?
For the fight.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince Border Wars because you know we have Border Wars scheduled for that week or the week after. So I'm trying to, see what they say.
Man, put that in Vegas.
Yo, they said, yo. I ain't even gonna say it out loud. I'm gonna just tell you later, man.
Say that shit.
Nah, man, nah. We going out to the UK, man. Let's get to let me give
You got me out here, nigga, looking at the damn chat now. See what you motherfucker said.
Let me give CYP a boomerang because he got 3. Go for it, champ. We gotta get him. We always gotta get him beginning, middle, end. Beginning, middle, end.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Straight up, homeboy came in and what he said was, he had some truth to that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I know the reason why you throw little subliminal at Wilder on the show. I don't think, this is opinion, I don't think it's because you don't like Wilder. I think it's because the UK left with they sensitive asses after AJ got dropped. And the UK was the ones that was growing this show. They left. To get them back, you say little shit about Wilder, they come on back. See? That's the reason why all the little subliminals is dropped. We over here arguing a man winning rounds in a fight where he decapitated the dude. What kind of pathetic shit is that? We talking about winning rounds. It's like Iverson say, we talking about practice? Are we talking about practice? Y'all crazy. That's where we go to hate on Wilder, is talk about little dumb shit that don't even matter. Just so the UK fans don't feel bad on the show. Man, fuck y'all in a good way. Fuck y'all in a nice way. If y'all don't like it, go over there to Coogan Cashin. Tell him to do a podcast, and y'all can talk about AJ and Fury all day. But over here in America, over here on these streets, we represent Bomb Squad. I got a problem with that. Come see me. I'm in LA. Bomb Squad! Let's go.
Bomb Squad! I always correlate things to other sports, right? In basketball, if you win it in the first quarter, do they say that over the broadcast? Yeah. If you score 50 points in a row and go on like a 24-point run, do they say that on the broadcast? Yeah. In football, if you up at halftime, do they make sure to say that on the broadcast? Yeah. But when the victory is over with and the teams win, they go with the winning team. They don't negate what the other team did in the game. That's what makes the game good, and that what made the fight good against Wilder and Gerald Washington. That's all I'm saying, man. Got to give guys their just due. Gerald Washington had some success against Wilder. Hasn't really had that much success since then, but he got up for his title shot and did his best, and that's all you can ask for.
And people should give him more credit because a man's opponents are his resume. You know what I mean? So Washington beating Helenius gives Stunner ammo, right? What did he say yesterday? Oh, Washington beat Helenius. He knocked him out, a guy that Dillian White struggled with. Well, respect him for what he did, bruh. He knocked him out because he was good enough to win some rounds versus the champ. That's all. That ain't a lie, man. I don't know. Let's see. We got Boomerang in Seattle.
Mr. PBC, baby. BoxingWords.com.
I'm the finest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Mike, I have no clue what you're trying to tell me. Tell me.
He said 10 minutes, 3 minutes left.
Oh, you're talking about Abel? Yeah. I told him just text me.
All righty.
Yeah, he said he's going to do that when he gets to the gym. Dom, talk to us.
Yeah. How you guys doing? So, I'm excited for this fight. I mean, Wilder's really proving people wrong out here. You beat Ortiz in the round that Ortiz almost knocked him out of that. And shit, let it be. Let's just hope Tyson Fury keeps his word. I've been seeing him train for UFC. He did WWE. He still got that cut in his eye. You never know. This dude might have his wife come out and say that she doesn't feel comfortable having him fight. I mean, this dude's different. He can come out with 1,000 lies, and people believe it and go with it. But that's just how it goes with Tyson Fury. Never know, man. He's number one. They say isn't he number one in boxing, right?
I don't know, man.
Ness?
I don't know, man. You got to understand that BoxRec is a point system. It doesn't mean you're the greatest. It's a point system. It goes about off events and, how big your event was.
For Ness, you're going for Tyson Fury to win, or
what the hell?
Just curious.
Who the fuck said that, man?
No, when I was listening to the show, it sounded like you believe Tyson Fury is going to beat him in the rematch.
Yeah, what gave you that impression? Outside of the fact that I'm saying I'm picking Wilder.
He got up from 2 knockdowns, and
he did get up.
And Deontay Wilder usually loses rounds.
He did get up. And Wilder does give up rounds. Those are concerns of mine. As a Wilder fan, yes, I am concerned about those things. Yeah.
We got a super chat coming from Kaz. Wilder was 208 in the first fight. If Wilder comes in around 225, ain't no getting up.
But how long? When's the last time? I'm going to look this up, man. We keep wishing he weighs more. It's too hard for him to keep the weight, man. I've been to that camp so much. I've asked him so much. He always projects a certain weight, but weighs in totally at a different weight. Not that it fucking matters. Let's keep that in mind. The dude knock you out at 219, 209. All right, so Bermain Staverne was 220. Areola 226. But remember, that's when he had the burn from, was that a motorcycle accident, Mike? I don't even remember, but I know he has something on his arm that probably caused him to train less. Spielka 228, Duhaupas 228, Molina 229, 224 for Jason Gavin. So I don't know, man. He can't, his excuse was, and his trainer is that he forgets to eat sometimes, and then he hired a nutritionist. So I guess that's why he weighed a little heavier in the dominant. Well, really, he told me I think that was his aunt who started cooking for him. And he was 223. I don't know. Again, not that it matters, man. The dude, look, he's been 214 in the Ortiz first fight, 219 in the Ortiz second fight. What's his lowest? His lowest, 217 versus Owen Beck, 215, 213 early in it. Oh, shit, 207 early in his career. But that's early. Anthony, Cincinnati, talk to me.
What up, Ant?
Yo, what up? Shit, man. Just in this motherfucking weed lab, planting some new plants. You know what I'm saying? Got some Alaskan purple for you, Ness. But now, why everybody tripping on the rounds thing? I mean, shit. Motherfuckers act like Floyd never lost a round and shit. He lost plenty of rounds in his career. Not a fight, but But yeah, cats are sensitive. But man, I might go to this fight. When was Border War supposed to be? Did that have a date, or was
it was
like
supposed to be in Texas? It was supposed to be in Texas, but I'm in the chat trying to see. Bunch of people down to do it for Vegas, man. Bunch of people down to do it for Vegas. We just got to see, because remember, it was supposed to be based around Marvin. Marvin was the champ, so we got to see, is he willing?
I was gonna say, is he not fighting now or something? Or?
Well, no, he is, but he was supposed to have a hometown fight, though. He was supposed to have his hometown fight, though.
Man, shit. Vegas is Vegas, man. Shit. Yeah, if it was Vegas, I might fuck around and go to the fight too. But that's what I was trying to figure out. It was Border Wars. The date, was it the same weekend as Wilder?
It wasn't. It wasn't. Border Wars was the following. But that's what I'm saying. I knew this was gonna happen, where a guy like you wants to do both things, and now you gotta, that's a financial burden. Maybe not to you, but some others it could be, where they're torn between going to see their favorite fighter and doing this extracurricular activity. So it's like, why not try to somehow put them together?
Yeah, it might be better to go ahead and do it in Vegas. Where will we do it at? Is it? I see some of those hotels.
I don't know. It's a little difficult.
Is it just one of those things?
It's a little difficult. We will get to it on Saturday, but
about
gyms in
walking.
Vegas is difficult, man. I did find like 2 that let us go do our thing, just walk in there, sign, pay, and spar, but that was on a like 5-man level. It was like 5 of us walked in. Yo, you imagine 36 walking into a gym without preparation? They ain't trying to have that, man. I'm telling you. They
Yeah, I was
canceled
thinking
once on us in LA too. I'm sorry, Mike.
No, I was thinking about, just walking to the MGM, putting that big ass line out the ring, and do border wars right there.
In the lobby, imagine that shit. Yo, that should have generated a killer crowd, bro.
Crowd.
That shit would be whoa. People would be like, oh, let me see. There's a lot of callers today, man. The champ bringing them out. We got Alex Lemon in Fresno, right? I always get this wrong, man.
What up, Alex?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it is Fresno.
Yes, sir.
I started just associating it with Ramirez, and I'm like, that gotta be where he's from. So yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget Gabriel Flores.
Yo, you going to China?
That might not be in China.
Oh, they pulling
that might not be in China. That might be
a
wild. That might just be Wilder Fury, but that's just maybe.
What?
Nothing
What?
official. Huh?
What you mean it might just be Wilder Fury?
Undercard. Fury's top.
Oh. But who's he fighting? Postal? No.
No. Jose Ramirez is China. That's Postal. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I said, are you going to China?
Come on, I can't reach all the way to China. No, but I was talking about Gabriel Flores Jr.
He's going to China.
No, I said that's why I said you never know. He might be under the Wilder Fury.
I mean, it depends who we fighting, man. We need a good undercard, man. We need a good undercard, not just showcasing. And I know, and let me tell you, that's what promoters do. Since they paying for the pay-per-view, they like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna put our showcase on the bottom so they could get, some eyeballs on them.
Right. Hey, so let me get about this Wilder. Ness, Mike, you guys know I'm a Wilder fan. I've always gone for Wilder since they called us the Wilder voice, everything. And I was going for Wilder, of course, on this fight. I had thought he was knocking him out sooner, but he didn't. But here's one thing, though. I didn't like that. I had him losing every single round. I was being fair, and Luis Ortiz was outboxing Deontay Wilder until, of course,
I have to cut you off because you're talking bad about Wilder, but nah, it's really your time is up. You can't say he lost rounds though. Chill, champ.
Man. Oh, bro, you gonna fuck around and get us in no fucking band.
Nah, they gonna send him death threats. Brandon, Cincinnati.
What up, B?
What up, Mike? What up, Nuts? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Sound clear today.
Oh yeah. Shit. I'm glad this fight was made. Like I said, this is the fight that can potentially save boxing, cross promotion. I got it as a 50-50 fight. I mean, I don't understand why people don't think it's a 50-50 fight. The fucking first fight ended in a controversial draw. So it's only right to think this fight could go either way. Wilder needs to make some adjustments to be able to handle the movement and the skill and theory. Really needs to, not get lackadaisical on defense and catch a shot again. But now that that's over, I want to address this. I usually don't address callers, but that dude Stunner, I've heard some gay calls in podcasting history. That might be the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. So we get mad when podcasters show a level of objectivity and, unbiasedness, and us as boxing fans are complaining about that. We want this to be a fucking fan club. That's lame, bro. I mean, that's what we want podcasters to be. This isn't a fucking fan club where we, suck a guy's dick for 2 hours a day, telling him how great he is and saying he ain't doing nothing wrong. So if you want to listen to shit like that, this ain't the place for you, bro. This is for boxing fans who want to keep it 100 and keep it real at all times, my nigga. That shit you was talking about was gay. You want niggas to sit around and spit shine Wilder's balls? Cut
it. Oh, Joshua in New Orleans.
Good morning. Good morning, TBV. Shout out to Javier on his legendary return. Um, the caller right before me, I'm glad you put me on right after him. I'm not going to address no caller, but I did hear some weird shit about somebody being, like he just said, objective about Deontay Wilder. In my personal opinion, with me being a fan of Deontay Wilder and Terrence Bud Crawford, let the world know that just to be sure. Um, Deontay Wilder does typically in the Washington fight, the Luis Ortiz fight, and a little bit of the Tyson Fury fight. At times, you was a little concerned about how he was going to get his stuff off with his punch output and let's just say his tools he had. For you guys to be objective about that or point that out, I don't understand why we should always have something good to say about Deontay Wilder when we can just talk about some things or some things he struggled with in the ring. Yes, he has sparked everybody out. Yes, he has knocked everybody out. But like the last caller said, we just can't always have something good to say about Deontay Wilder. Uh, shit, I forgot my calls. I wanted to clear something up from the last night call. I totally understand when you get a guy on here for an interview, you're not going to run him off the call. To be clear, I was saying your energy, how you always, because you don't change your energy up when you talk about Bud. It's pretty consistent in what you come with and how you come, Nesta Gibbs. And I was saying I didn't feel any of that, any of the shit you talk on here on a day-to-day basis. You didn't reword your questions. You didn't bring any questions. You ended up submitting to Bomac and what have you. And that's what the energy I was
But
talking about.
what is
That's
it
my
that you?
call.
Oh, no, don't go. What
Okay.
is it? What is it that you wanted me to say that I didn't say?
Okay, like you make your little smart ass comments when Mike is constantly putting trying to bring up a topic about Bud. When Bomac was saying certain things, how your stance is normally, I wanted more fight back out of you, and you can do it in
Okay,
your reporter
but give
voice.
me an
You pretty
example. But give me an example on
Okay, you
yesterday's
talk
interview.
about Bud. You always critiquing Bud resume. You always critiquing some of the decisions he made. Like when I think he got around the re-signing of the contract because you kept putting on Mike. Like Mike was supposed to ask that. You the one that has the issue with that. I didn't hear
Nah,
you ask
champ.
Bomac that.
See, nah, champ. I did ask it, and Bomac
Okay.
deaded me in such a way that he felt it was harsh, and he was like, "Oh, no disrespect, but nah, you fishing."
Right? Yeah, he
So
thought you
Mike,
fishing.
so
Okay.
Mike, it's Mike's job as my co-host to double up, follow up, find another
Okay.
way in, and he didn't.
My-
So I put, hold on, let me answer, and he didn't. So I put the pressure on him in the chat. He still didn't. So then I followed back up. But give me another example of something that I didn't do.
just
Because
like-
hold on a minute, you talked about my energy when he mentioned that he's like, yo, this fight 2 weeks from now, and he was like, actually 3 weeks, and I'm like, yeah, no buzz. Just like that with my energy, no buzz. He didn't bite. He didn't bite. I can't be disrespectful to be entertaining to you. I want the man to
Nah.
come back.
You wasn't being disrespectful. And what I'm saying is just like when Lucio, the WBC president, when he kept shutting you down, when you kept talking to him about the WBC, that new belt shit they got, you found a way to reword your questions.
Because
I'm not
there's an
telling
argument
you, can I
there.
finish?
No, you can't because you're not listening. There's an argument there. Bomac came on yesterday's interview and told you to your face, I don't care what Canelo did. My guy is Crawford, so I'm always going to see him number one. What the fuck sense do it make for Nessa to start talking about Derry Jean and fucking Thomas Delorme? He already told you it don't matter. It don't matter. You want me to be an ignorant dude trying to interview him.
That's your time you had Bud on the show for you to go ahead and refute everything you say about what his status is, and you chose the opportunity to sit back in the cut talking about I don't want disrupt a relationship with him.
You right. I'm wrong. You right. I'm wrong. Okay.
I still got the float?
Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful and cut you. I mean, I ate half your call.
Yeah. Nah, but you said what I'm saying is, I heard you interview people, and when you on to something like you always on Bud ass, you had this train on a show, and you and your little You and your little buddy Supermax, who normally be dropping them little cherry pick
So
comments and stuff.
I just
chose
need
to
you to
get
tell
selective
me
with your
what is it that
questions.
you want me to tell Bomac? What you want me to tell
You
Bomac?
the interviewer. You got way more experience at this. I done heard you interview people on
And that's
multiple
my point.
occasions when
But
you
you the
agreed or
one
disagreed.
you the
And
one
you
upset
chose to
with the
get quiet when you
interview.
had the
You
platform
upset
to
with
talk
the
to the guy.
interview. You upset with the interview, so you need to tell me what I lacked. You can't just say I'm the
You lack
interviewer.
the energy. You lack the consistent energy you put on here talking that
Well,
shit about Bud,
we
and you chose
disagree.
to.
We disagree because I felt that when I said no buzz, animated as I did, that was an opportunity for him to jump on it. I felt when I brought up the Mayweather, the Dazn, the PBC, the offers, the contract, that was an opportunity for us to. He didn't want to engage. When I brought up Canelo and pound for pound, oh, well, Bud is my fighter. It don't matter. He's always going to be my fighter. I'm always going to see him number one. Like, he didn't want to engage. What you want me to do? Lose the relationship for Mike? That was Mike's interview, not mine. I didn't call him. I didn't text him. That's Mike's interview. I mean, you want to lose all levels of professionalism just for entertainment. That don't make no sense. And I feel my energy was the same.
And we still really got to the crux of the question. You know what I'm saying? I set it up with the whole promotion of Fury and shit, and that kind of opened him up. And when he said that he might end up resigning back to Top Rank, that sparked me. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So go back and listen to the interview.
And then I doubled up and said something like that they already know ain't nobody fighting them over there. So to re-sign makes no sense. And Bob, I even brought up the fact Bob gave him all 140 pounders talking about South. I don't know what more you wanted me to get out the man. I'm telling you, next time, go to Patreon, drop your question. That's what you got to do. Let me go out to Brandon in North Carolina.
Good morning, Ness and Mike. How's everybody doing?
What up? What up? Good morning.
Hey, man, Ness. I can't believe. Well, first of all, that was a wonderful interview you did with Bomac yesterday. That was awesome. I don't know what they want you to do is not have people come on your show because you mess up the relationship, asking them questions that they already don't disputed and said, hey, we're not going there. So I'm not sure what they want you to do. But the caller that called in about you being biased against Wilder, I don't call on here a million times for a long time saying Ness is the Wilder, like, major fanboy. Why? I don't understand. Who would even say anything bad about you saying something bashing Wilder? I mean, you got to give your opinion and give a opinion that makes sense with boxing. I mean, he struggled with Gerald Washington. Everybody saw that fight. But I'm just wondering, Ness, deep down in your heart, do you really feel like the Wilder Fury fight is going to happen? Do you just honestly, deep down in your heart, do you really feel like it's going to happen?
Yeah, man. Wilder wants it. Contracts are signed. All the experts that we rely on are saying that it's done. They're not even giving you options, you know. So yeah, I think it's happening.
What do you think the
I mean, it's
ramifications
official.
is to something
It's
happening?
official. It's official, right? Like the whole point of this show is to announce that it's official and that there will be a press conference in December, according to Bob Arum.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I hope it does happen. I just, for some reason, it just seems like serious.
Gotta get to some other people. Let me get to. Oh yeah, we got Joseph Rodriguez. Big Supermax says, if anyone can clip me calling Bud a cherry for Floyd or even Spence, I'll personally send you $50. Nah, that was me. That was me.
It was turned. I told y'all, line them up. I'm going to knock them down.
You know what I mean? Line them up. Line them up. Line them up.
Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
Yo, Ness, Mike, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
What up, big dog?
Listen, yeah, I've said it. I said it on the community page. There's a difference between Wilder fans and Wilder fan girls. And Stunner just came on the show and proved that he's a Wilder fan girl. who does not use his brain, who's stuck in someone's ass. Because when you just give 1 ounce of criticism, they jump on and they lose their brains like toddlers. I've never seen anything like this in my whole life. It's ridiculous. It's not good for the sport. But hey, leaving that all aside, this is a good fight. This is a 50-50 fight. What I don't understand is, people like Mike saying that
90 seconds.
Now, what makes people think that he's not going to come back up again? I mean, he took Wilder's punch and he stood up. So what makes people think that if he takes it in the rematch, he's not going to come back up again? I think both fighters have to make adjustments, and Wilder cannot just rely on his right hand. And what we've been asking of Wilder to fight an elite fighter or to have an elite win, if he wins this fight, that will be his first elite win, and I will give him credit for it. But that's all I've been saying.
60
that
seconds.
He doesn't have no elite win, so he can't just claim he's the best. He needs to actually beat top level fighters for him to claim he's the best. So this fight, if he wins, which is no guarantee, like I said, it's a 50-50 fight. If he wins, I will give him full credit.
Cut it.
You can't give him nothing but credit after you win. Who we got on the docket next, Mr. Gibbs? Let me see anybody out there in the chat saying something dumb.
New Money? Did we go
What
to
up,
him?
New Money?
Did we go to him?
New Money.
All right.
10 seconds.
You there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
What up, big dog?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, money on top of money. What's good, man?
What up?
Yeah, now you gotta shout out Fury and Wilder, man. Real blue chip fighters, ready to fight anyone at any point. As far as the fight goes, I think it's a 50-50 fight. It's whether Wilder can land and if Fury can avoid Wilder's big right hand all night, which is obviously a big ask. But I'm not really sure where the fight goes, if I'm being honest. Where you boys got it going? Wilder, I guess, yeah. Yeah. I think Wilder has definitely learned more from the first Fury fight. I think he knows his distance better. I think he knows his range better, and I think in the last fight with Ortiz, he was throwing a lot of feints, and I think that could be the difference in this fight, personally. If he can fade him, make him slip to maybe the left or the right, and then throw the right straight after, he might be able to get him out there early.
All right, New Money, man. Thanks for calling in. Yo, shout out to the listeners, bro, because I I'm on the cookies over here, Mike, and bro, people like, yo, another one of the questions was, would he entertain offers? Remember, I specifically asked him, like, yo, even if Top Rank offers you everything, would you still at least hear what PBC and Dazn had to say? So I don't know what more he wanted from me, but you can't please everyone, man. Wilder told you that shit for sure. We going out the Stone Bone box and talk to me.
What up? Ness, what you say? I got on the show late, man. What you say to got him saying you hating on Wilder, man? What you say this time?
That he lost some rounds in the Ortiz fight and in the Gerald Washington fight.
Okay, cool. Can we understand what we're looking at, guys? We're looking at a person that's basically taking rounds to figure out his distance to hit somebody. There's a difference. A heavyweight, to me, heavyweights shouldn't really be even thinking about, hey, I need to win a round. Heavyweight needs to be thinking, I need to land a punch. You know what I mean? That's why that's why I'm ready for Wilder to knock.
Bruh, but isn't that what got us in trouble in the first fight?
Yeah, true.
Man, you seen my live. I was nervous.
Yeah, I see your live for the Ortiz too. You were super nervous.
So it's like, yo, I'm a fan. All I'm saying is, as a fan, I want my champion to win a couple rounds just in case shit go the distance.
I agree with that though. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to realize what he's trying to do. So maybe in a in the Fury fight, he was rushing it, and that's why he was overdoing it. So in the Ortiz fight, he was waiting too long. So maybe it's like the porridge. Maybe this Fury fight, he can get it just right, where he not overdoing it and not waiting too long, but finding his range. So maybe it might take him 3 rounds instead of 5 rounds. So I just want to take my time and look and be happy with what I'm seeing. And these guys talking about if he beat Fury, he'll be official. This dude has knocked out 42 people. He done already flatlined Fury. The ref let him get up. Ortiz is a top heavyweight. I know you guys might not like that. That's why your favorite AJ ducked him. That's why they brought him to the UK and used his name, and AJ didn't even fight him. So let's stop acting like he wasn't a top heavyweight. Wilder has beat a top heavyweight. There's nobody on AJ's list.
Cut it. Loyalty. Talk to us.
What up, Loyalty?
Yes, boys. You alright, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Long time no speak. Yeah, man. I think, fair play to Wilder. He's been consistent since the Fury fight. He's definitely made improvements, and I'm impressed. I definitely think that the improvements were from the boxing lesson that Tyson gave him. Like, if he'd not had that boxing lesson, that masterclass, he wouldn't be as efficient as he is, landing those punches as accurately as he can. I think what people are neglecting is Tyson's already held the Ring Magazine title.
Yo, Eddie just made it official. Dillian White, Maurice Vach. I told you. Fucking we nasty. Told you. 32 minutes ago, he posted it on his official poster and everything. My bad.
Does that mean I got another 30 seconds?
No, of course you got another. I said my bad. Damn.
Cool. Yeah, man.
Good morning, man. No gangbanging on bacon. Good morning.
Fury's already held the Ring Magazine belt already. And obviously, he got it took off him a couple of years ago. Like, Fury's held every belt apart from that WBC belt. And I think that it's destiny that Fury's going to win that, because he's the only boxer that's achieved as much in terms of the consistency of belts in the heavyweight division.
Yo, listen. I'm not going to let you go on and on with all this fucking Fury love fest that you got. Fury never fucking defended any goddamn belt. He's never. Has he ever defended a title? Answer that question, Fury fucking master. Has he ever defended a title?
Has he ever
defended a title?
Well, you could say lineal.
Yo, hilarious, champ. Take another 30 seconds. Take another 30
Fury's
seconds.
had every single title apart from that title.
Yo, I don't know how long could you call a man a bum? How long could you call a man a bum if he defended his title 10 times versus top 10 heavyweights? Versus names now that people are making their fucking bones off.
Wilder's decent. I'm not saying that. Obviously, I'm pro Fury. You lot are pro Wilder. Like, everybody gets a bit emotional, but it's all respect and it's all love. You know, it's just my personal opinion.
But your man's never defended. He pulled out of the Klitschko fight, pulled out of the Hay fight multiple times, and people are nervous he might pull out of this fight. He's never defended a title.
Wilder pulled out of the Klitschko fight as well. Last week. Yeah. Finkel said he wasn't ready, so he didn't put him in. Then Fury went and put his ass.
Yo, why has Wilder been calling AJ out since 2016?
Oh, come on, boys. You know, you can read between the lines on both sides. You know it's games on both sides. Hey, man,
February 22nd, dog. My money's on my champ.
Well, my money's on my champ, and we'll see who wins, yeah?
All right. It's all love, baby. We going out to Michael. Talk to me.
What up, Michael? At least he proud of
But Fury never defended, Mike. I mean, he probably defended one of them little interim straps or some shit.
He did defend. He defended the
what?
The lineal.
Oh wait, versus the Stefan Safari 3 years later.
Safari,
Bruh, I just don't understand how you don't fall out the rankings in 3 years. Like, how you still lineal in 3? Yo, yeah. Michael, talk to me. You're not talking. You got to unmute Michael White.
What up, Mike?
That's Dillian White's brother.
His name was
Start my time over, though. You guys were talking.
What? You
you've been talking the whole time.
Bruh,
That ain't cool.
We ain't got no problem starting your time. Why is everybody so upset this morning?
You've been talking the whole time. I didn't even get a chance.
Give me my time.
Bruh, you also was muted. You were also.
I wasn't muted. You were cut done talking about the Klitschko and Fury and all that, man. Come on.
I'm gonna start it over again, bro. I'm gonna start. You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
On your
Yeah.
marks. Get
Let's go.
set.
Chicken.
Let's go. All right. Yeah. So, this Fury fight. Looking forward to it. Yeah. I mean, I know, Nez, you got to play the other side of it because you got to somehow promote this fight. Even though Wilder lost majority of rounds against Ortiz and majority of rounds against Fury, he got the win. But you're not seeing the overall bigger picture here. And everyone's taking the bait. There's a strategy, right? And so the bottom line is he's not going to fight the same way he did against Ortiz that he did against Fury. He's not going to fight the same way he did against Fury the first time that he is the second time. Against Brazil or against Ruiz, I mean, like Brazil, he didn't just come out and not throw the right hand. He threw the right hand in the first round. It's the strategy, and that's all that matters, and getting the W. It doesn't matter if it's ugly. It don't matter for style points. I mean, we're criticizing Wilder for style points. We're criticizing Wilder because he's losing rounds, yet he's getting the win. So, like, I don't get this. With Fury, I guarantee it's going to be different. He came in that fight like 207, 208. He's going to come into this fight around 225. He's going to not respect Fury. He's going to come in and close the distance. And I guarantee Fury's not going to want to see this, man. And he's not going to lose the rounds as much as he did the first fight. It's going to be a completely different fight. And that's what people don't realize. And so after that, I mean, I don't see anybody else standing up to Wilder. Fury's the last one, but we'll see if he gets the fight. But I don't know why are you so nervous for Wilder though, Nez? Like I just don't get it.
Because I'm a true fan, bro, and I see what I see. But listen, thanks for calling in.
Great call.
Yo, Mike. Let me make sure I'm looking right at your face. Bruh. He made it. He made it. Wilder. He made it. Bruh. They are using words like criticize. They're saying I'm trying to pander to the UK all because we said he lost a few bruh, like he's made it. He's made it, bro. Like people are calling in back to back to defend him off of something that didn't even happen.
After like 15 seconds of us talking out of an hour and 40 minutes, that's what they want to stick to.
Crazy, bro. He fucking made it, bro. He made it. That's official.
But that's good though. Like
hell yeah, it's good.
That kind of fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like that's awesome.
Yo, because Pacquiao had that type of fan base and Mayweather had that type of where it was like, you crazy. You could do no wrong. Like it didn't matter what Pac did, people still roll with him. And Mayweather was the same. And now he's when they could see him not lose a round, he made it. He made it. That's fucking fantastic.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
He said he wanted his just due respect. A lot of people.
Yeah, he said, "Get my flowers now." They getting it to him. I see. Andy D, talk to me.
What up, Andy D? Oh, Andy.
Andy D. Andy D. You have to unmute. Go on once. Go on twice. 3 times. Michael in the UK. Michael in the UK.
What up, Mike?
Hey, how's it going? Long time not been on there.
What up?
I'm still listening in the background as normal. Yeah, like this is this for the Ring Magazine belt? God, if this is true, it's a bunch of bullshit. But anyways, Wilder, Fury,
how
20
is it
seconds.
bullshit?
God. Well, look, I ain't got all day to talk and to say why it's bullshit. But like, how did the Ring Magazine deem that this fight is worthy of a belt over Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz? I just don't know how they worked it out. And plus their rankings, I think they still got Tyson Fury number top, even though he's got an invisible, imaginary, belt that he likes to shout out. Yeah, heavyweight belt they don't have. But anyway, that's a different thing. But yeah, I don't agree with it. I think it's a load of nonsense, and I think that they're going to try and use the Ring Magazine belt as leverage when it comes to negotiation between Joshua and whoever wins that match. So, but I don't think it's going to work. So, but it's just about waiting and see. But yeah, I just don't agree with it. I think it's nonsense. And I'm just going to ignore it, just like I'm ignoring Tyson Fury's invisible belt that you like to talk about. But yeah, that's my call. Nice being back on.
Right,
Michael, man, thanks for calling in. Yo, he makes a great point, Mike. Why isn't the Ring magazine up for the AJ Ruiz?
I mean, honestly, do you really want to answer that question?
I do.
Going into the first fight, did anybody think that Ruiz was a top heavyweight? We wasn't even speaking on him.
But he was still top 10.
He was?
He wasn't?
I don't know.
Come on. Gotta be.
All I'm saying is like
gotta be. If you look, I mean, if we go through the names right now, we could find names that we could replace.
I'm talking about back before June 1st. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not too long ago. Listen, Mike. Just for context, Derek Chisora's top 10. I mean, just for context, even Gerald Washington is top 10 in the IBF. Like, I don't know, bro. Odawa Waleem was number 4 in the WBA, man. Like, sheesh. We got Davidian. Talk to me.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get in this motherfucking CBD business, goddammit.
Hey, what's going on, Mike? What's going on, Ness?
What up?
Really enjoy the show, as always. The interviews are great, too. And the callers, a lot of times I'll be cracking up. But, yeah, I can't wait. All I know is I'm going to be putting my money down for my boy Wilder. So, because, you know, he has, like, for me, like, the total package of a great champion. So, I don't know. I mean, Fury, I like him, too, because he can box. If not, then, I don't know where he would be because he can't move. He's 6'9", but I don't know. I think Wilder, even in the Ortiz fight, he was all a part of the strategy. He really, he waited to the right moment. Luis Ortiz, he was winning. He was doing his best, but, he got tired. He was starting to get a little tired and took his eye off the ball, and that sniper was right on his forehead. So, I can't wait. I don't know. I just don't see nobody, messing with Wilder, really. I mean, it's not going to be easy because Fury can move. But really, other than that, what does he really got? He can't punch like, nobody can punch like Wilder. Wilder's right hand is like the 725 in Modern Warfare. So, I can't wait. But, yeah, that's my call. And the Crawford stuff, I just wonder, what happens? What if Crawford signs with Top Rank again?
Davidian, that is your time, but I do want to ask, where are you from?
I'm from Buffalo, New York.
All right. Just like to always see the reach of the show. We're going out to Rod in the 870 Pine Bluff. What up?
What up, Rod?
What up, man? What's up, Mike? Hey, couple of things. Boom Boom Boxing was 100% right. I hate to say that shit because I want to debate his ass, but he was 100% right on his call. Why are we forgetting that Wilder won every round versus Stavern 2 and Dominic Brazil? Does he get any credit for that?
Of
he
course.
won every fucking round.
Absolutely.
And then,
of course he gets credit. He gets highlight reels and people, praise the knockout. Like, that's the point. But it's still.
You know what I'm saying? Where there's credit, there's going to be criticism in other fights, man. Just how it goes.
Absolutely, Mike, and I like that you guys did that because I hate the fact that Wilder gave up 6 fucking rounds. Like, don't do that shit. After 7 rounds, even if you're trying to figure the guy out, at least make the fight 4-2, 3-3, so a knockdown can put you right back in it if it goes to the cards. I agree with you guys 100%. But here's my take on the fight. Wilder's going to knock Fury out within 5 rounds. He's not afraid of Fury's left hand like he was afraid of Ortiz. He will walk through Fury. He will take his time, and he's going to land that punch. He was a little aggressive aggressive in the first fight. I also think this. Don't be surprised if Fury pull out with an injury. I'm just saying. I'm 50-50 on that. I just feel like he's gonna say like, hey, I injured my shoulder, so I'm let's push the fight back 3 months. But I'm happy that the fight is set. That's my call.
Let's remind ourselves that Checkmate Boxing was one of the first to say. No, he said that about AJ Ruiz.
Yeah. We about 2 weeks away for that.
Yeah. So, Fury in 5, he's saying. Wilder in 5 in the Fury fight. Wilder went 8 with Areola, 5 with Gerald Washington, 10 with Ruiz, 7 with Ruiz, 1 with Brazil, 1 with Stavern, 9 with Szpilka, 11 with Duapai, 9 with Molina. And, I mean, you could also look at this backwards and say starting in 2015, since title shot, UD, then KO in 9, KO 11, KO 9, KO 8, KO 5, KO 1, 10, 12, 1. I mean, there is no pattern there. I was trying to say maybe he's improving, but he did mix in some first round ones. I mean, at the end of the day, he did mix in the one with the brain. But yeah, no real indication that he can get a 5th round knockout of Tyson Fury. Bro, Fury's first knockdown was in the 9th.
But there's no indication of anything. Like with Wild, like punches just when the open presents itself, he takes advantage.
Well, no,
of it.
there is an indication, Mike. It's I mean now the safer money is on 7 through 5, 7 through 12. His numbers indicate that, unless you're going to go back to early in his career when the opposition wasn't of this level, and that's exactly what Canelo said. When the opposition is tight, the opposition is great. The fight is tight, and that's why you see it the way that you see it. Like he's getting late round stoppages. Again, if you start from Stavern, decision 9, 11, 9, 8, 5, which is 1 through 6. 1, which is 1 through 6, 10, 7 through 12, 12, 7 through 12, 1 through 6, 7 through 12 on the last fight. So he definitely does it more in the later half. That's good to know, though, for the betting show. You know, he's more of a later half knockout puncher for sure. And his style has shown us that. You know, they call it figuring it out, right? His hardcore fans are saying, hey, when he's losing rounds, he's figuring them out. And look, Floyd did the same, to be honest. I like to compare Mayweather to Floyd a lot. That was wrong. Wilder to Floyd a lot. And Floyd was the same way, right? He would give up sometimes the first 4 rounds to figure you out, and then he'll take over the whole back half. Obviously, it wouldn't be like that on paper, but, you know, to the naked eye, it could seem like he might have gave up 4 rounds in that first Maidana fight. Not that I seen it that way. But there were people out there that felt that way. And he then figured him out in the back half. And that's kind of what Mayweather's doing, except, what the fuck? It's kind of what Wilder's doing, except he's knocking dudes out in the back half. Excuse me. Let me go out to CYP Boomerang.
What up,
this
CYP?
This is third one, right?
Yes, sir. Number 3.
Big 3.
Cook real quick. Y'all call bitches people who tell the truth. But the truth of the matter is bitches are people who can't accept the truth. There was a narrative painted that Wilder is down on scorecards before he knocks people out. That's the problem. The truth of the matter is that's not true. 2 out of 43, no. You added in 2 more fights to help a narrative. Don't be mad at me for calling it out. He wasn't down versus Washington, and he wasn't down versus Ortiz in the first fight. I can move on from that. He was down in Fury, and he was down to Ortiz too. I could accept that. This is not about a man losing rounds. This argument was about him being down on scorecard. There were 2 different arguments. You flipped it around because you knew you were wrong, and you flipped it. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm always be right, and I'm gonna be happy with that. Secondly, if you move that border wars to Vegas, I 100% will sign up immediately because Texas, California, Vegas is in the middle. Them boys ain't bringing no guns with them across no goddamn border. So if they gonna have to come over here and use their hands if they want to fuck with me and my family out in Vegas. So I think that my family can keep them cool.
CYP,
they can keep them cool.
Say what you said again. Say what you said again before the border wars.
Which one? Wait.
Your first original Wilder point before you went into border wars.
My point was this. Well, let me cook then. Don't be trying to cut me then. Look, What I'm telling you is this: the narrative of the show
Oh,
was Wilder.
scorecards.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what you
yes,
said.
yes. Scorecard,
That's what you said.
scorecard. Not rounds,
I want to
not
remember that. I
rounds.
want to remember
Scorecard.
that.
So yeah. So we're talking about rounds versus scorecard. I'm not. I don't care if he's down rounds. That's fact. He gives up rounds. Sure do. But scorecards, be official when you say a man's down on scorecards. If you're gonna push a narrative, that's all I'm saying. If not, then let me just be right and I'll shut the fuck up after. But don't people in the chat, don't go calling me a bitch because I'm telling the truth. Because the truth of the matter is, if that bothers you, then you the bitch, not me. But anyway, like I told you about John, I will definitely get John in Vegas.
So, look, it's not that important to me, Mike, but I thought he brought up scorecards to win the argument, saying the official scorecards, so what you say don't matter because the official scorecards. So I don't know why he's saying the argument was scorecards when we're the hosts, we put the words out there, he listens, then he comes back and says what we said. So I don't know. But it doesn't even matter. Again, it wasn't scorecards, it wasn't rounds. It's just we don't want him to be down. We want him to have a backup plan if he gets to round 12. That's all. We're all Wilder fans. I don't see why there's anything wrong with trying to get the best out of him, right? Like, yo, Batman had hella fucking weapons on his utility belt. That's
Yes,
all
sir.
I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing. We all on the same team.
And y'all know me, man. I don't put a lot of stock into people's scorecards or judges' scorecard because I just feel like on too many occasions they're not that accurate. But Rod in 870 says Wilder was going for the early KO first fight. That's why 5. So
We going out to. I'm sorry.
I was saying Wilder was pressing the first fight against Fury. That's why 5. I don't know where the 5 came from though.
Yeah, I mean, look, but that's still the same style. I think is he gonna sit there and try to outbox Fury? I think that's still the same style he got to use, right? He got to walk Fury down.
Yeah, he's gonna have to walk Fury down and going to have to cut off the ring too.
So, we're going out to Pro Boxer Marlon Sims. What it do, champ?
What's good? Hey, can y'all hear me pretty decent?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, I had to call in today. I'm on the phone all the time, but I just be listening. And I'm a Wilder fan, and I had him down on the scorecards in the Ortiz fight. So I get what you're saying. When you like us as fans, we be nervous. That shit is nerve wracking because we don't know if he is or isn't gonna knock him out. You know, if it goes to the scorecard, you are putting it at a good chance of you losing because you are giving up these rounds, waiting for that punch. I feel exactly what you're saying on that part. I had him down on the scorecards as well. But at the end of the day, shit, he won, so I don't know what some people is tripping about. I had him down on the Jarrell Washington card until he knocked him out. At the end of the day, shit, he always comes to it with a knockout. But, yeah, he do be down on scorecards all the time, but that don't really matter because he said he's not fighting for a round. He's fighting, he's going to knock you out at the end of the day, and it's been proven. So I had a good laugh today. Y'all wildin'.
Marlon, man. So what's cooking with you, man? What you got?
Man, I got a fight coming up January 17th here in Minnesota. I was supposed to be fighting on that Showbox card, but that was back in November. But I guess they couldn't find an opponent worthy enough or within that time frame that we needed. So I had missed that opportunity. But my next one coming up is January 17th here in Minnesota at the Grand Hinkley Casino.
All right, champ. But you already know the ropes, man. Call us, get in touch with us so we could get something cooking right before fight week.
Yeah, definitely, man. Once my contract is 100% signed, we already got a opponent that we're looking at, but I guess we can't announce it just yet. But once that is 100% done, I definitely give y'all a call and let y'all know what's popping.
All right. Well, thank you again for calling in. Mike, you know this fucking UFC Fight Pass making me tight. I'm going to have to reach out to the Bella and, like, he got to give us, like, a broadcaster pass or something, bro. I'm tight. I'm hot. Oshakwe Foster's going to fight on there, and I only care because I freak with Charlie Maine. I wouldn't care if it wasn't for Charlie Maine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we didn't even know the dude at first.
Didn't. But yo, he's a WBC silver, and he defending it when Dillian was silver for like some time. Then he became interim, man. So he coming for somebody. I don't even know what weight he in. I just know
He got to be 130 or 135 if he calling out tank name.
either division. There's some names that could prove if he's about that action. But let's go out to Majid in Florida. What it do?
It's on UFC Fight Pass, so he's with the Bella, so the Bella works with some of everybody, so cool.
Yes. What up, man?
What up, champ?
I be lost in the titles because I start listening to all these people talking and I get caught up in their words.
You back at home yet?
Nah, I'm about to get ready to leave after work. I'm greedy. I be needing all the money. Yeah, man. I'm happy that this fight happening. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna happen. And I'm going with Wilder. I'm one of the biased people, so I ain't trying to hear nothing nobody saying. And these UK people need to stop calling with their stupid ass logic. I'm happy that the ringside coming in, so they could get that belt because they did say at the time that the winner of Tyson Fury and Wilder gets that belt. So big us to an extra belt. AJ, he on the back burner. I don't even think he gonna win. And bomb squad all day. I'm out, man.
Majid, thanks for calling in. Steve, Chicago, talk to us.
What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, have they announced the location for this fight?
Yeah,
the venue.
They not actual venue, but they definitely said Vegas. But I think they hinted at. Let me double check, but I believe they hinted at MGM.
Okay, man. I've been telling you, I'm still 50-50. I don't see Fury taking this, but let's say he does. I'm not gonna talk about that. Fury not hurt Wilder. If you saw that, I don't see a way for Fury to win unless he just dances around the ring. And I just see Wilder coming in this time meaner, angrier, and usually when Wilder comes in like that, it ain't good for you. So I don't see Fury having anything for Wilder, man, for real. He can't hurt him, and we all know what Wilder can do.
Now, you don't think that's what caused the issues in the first fight? Was him being too upset?
Yeah, but that's the thing. He's gonna come in with a better game plan this time. He gonna figure him out a lot easier. I actually see this thing going maybe to 9 rounds. I say knockout in 9. I'll give it that. I don't see it going later than that. I think he's gonna figure him out sooner, and he's gonna.
Cut it.
Steve, thanks as always for calling in. Pat and Bean.
I agree with Steve for the first time. For the first time ever.
Pat in Beantown, you still in class?
What up, Pat?
Once, twice, 3 times you're out. We went to Josh in
New Orleans, yes, sir. Y'all had about a 10-minute conversation.
Oh, yeah. What up, Pat?
What's going on, Pat, man?
Yeah, you guys hear me all right?
Mm-hmm. So real quick, hold on a minute, Pat. I'll restart the clock. It says now the fight is on for February 22nd, most likely at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Both sides told ESPN on Tuesday. So
we gotta get back to the MGM, man. I ain't gonna lie. That might be the best venue for a fight because everybody can see so well.
Yeah, the old MGM too. Yeah. But I like that new MGM, the T-Mobile. I like it, man. And they got nice Wi-Fi. I get to always do my live streams.
Yeah, that T-Mobile Wi-Fi.
And man, bro, if they give us the private passes, that upstairs, I don't gotta be downstairs when I could be up there.
I'm trying to tell you,
I love it up there, man. So yeah, I like T-Mobile and I like MGM. See, I like the MGM Grand because then you ain't gotta leave. But then you get hotel. You in hotel jail, man. You never leave that hotel, bro. You don't know if it's fucking sunny or not. It's crazy, but Pat, talk to us.
And everything high as fuck in the hotel.
Hell yeah, fucking water like $9 with
$8
$10 tax.
Yeah, smart water, $8.
Pat, you coming back? Come back, Pat. We out then. Bye,
All
Pat.
right.
Boomerang Stainless.
What up, Stainless in the D?
Yo, man, like I said, I don't get why everybody getting upset. It ain't like Wilder is known for winning the majority of the rounds, especially early on. Like I said, I had him, once I rewatched the fight sober, what I'm saying, I had him down 4 rounds to 2 with Ortiz winning. But going into the 7th, he was winning that round. You know what I'm saying? And the way he was coming forward, it looked like he stood to win the majority of the rest of those rounds if he didn't knock him out. Like I said, you really got to watch that dude because, Ortiz, he said that he had changed his game up, but I didn't really see any real changes in Ortiz's game in that second fight. Fury is who he is, but Wilder getting better and better every fight. Like, especially now that he went back to the basic and starting to mature that style. Like, that's evident against Dominic Brazil because instead of it taking him a couple rounds, he knocked him out in the first half of the first round. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Fury need to be scared. You know what I'm saying? He need to keep trolling and shit because he don't need to fight Wilder like that. To my UK callers, man, I'm happy to hear y'all calling in again. Y'all niggas was on radio silence until y'all heard some UK names and shit. You see in the US, man, even when our fighter lose, even if we don't agree, we still there, man. Like, take some initiative and do that shit. That's all I got, though, man. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Shout out Stainless, nigga, in the D. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I'm of the mindset, man, that this fight is gonna be it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's gonna go down, maybe not get down to the wire. I just think Wilder's gonna find an opening, exploit it, and capitalize off Fury, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not being that aggressive and maybe a little backing straight up or something like that. But we'll see. Fury has the height and reach advantage, so Wilder is punching up.
I would love for him to go to the body and stop him to the body because, it's harder to get up from a body shot. It's harder, You could want to, but that shit'll render you useless. And if it doesn't, when you get up, you just ain't there. You still trying to get your breath back and all that good shit. So. We'll see though, man. We got Boxing Patron. What up?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's up, Mike?
Could you get off speaker?
Man,
could you get off speaker for us, champ? Thank you. Boxing
Patron, nigga. Go and take a shot.
Boxing Patron. He muted himself. You muted yourself. I was just wanting you to get off speaker, but. So
somebody couldn't grab over that nigga.
You ain't rocking no more? You out? You done ski?
Let me
see. Troy dropped off.
Troy been waiting too like a motherfucker. He was in the chat. I'm waiting for them to call my name. Come on, Troy. Don't duck.
He's a boomerang. He dropped off.
Did he call in the first time?
Yeah, we got to him once.
Yeah. You're right.
So I got to get to the other ones before I get to him. But all right, Boxing Patron going once, twice. Do say I don't understand. He called in just to yep. All right, there you go. Talk to us.
What's up, Mike? Man?
What's going on, big dog?
About the Fury, man. What's going on, man? Everybody talking, saying you're disrespecting, Wilder, man. But, man, I just hear a whole lot of disrespect towards Fury, man. The dude.
Hey, bro, call back in, my nigga.
Yeah, Patron, you just got really bad service right now. Catch us on the next one. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll be back if something's out there for sure. Peace.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And follow me on YouTube at Mike on Sports. Got a lot of updates coming soon. Peace out.